Here we go. All right, so we got Peter, Tasha, Tegan, Snowman, Paula, Kim, Jerry, and Tyler. And we're gonna start. Hello, my name is Dallin Brown, and today I'll be delivering a persuasive speech on why it's never too late to quit smoking. Yep. On October 15th, 1492, Christopher Columbus notated in his journal that Native Americans gave him his first sample of tobacco leaf product. New evidence from an archaeological site in Utah's Great Salt Lake Desert region shows that Native Americans may have been using tobacco up to 12,000 years ago. This evidence proves that humans have had a long history of using tobacco for recreational or medical purposes. However, a 2014 report from the Surgeon General reminds us that it wasn't until the 1960s that we really started paying attention to the adverse effects that tobacco has had on our bodies. It's easy to believe that after years of smoking, the damage has been done and it's pointless to quit. However, in this speech, I'm going to show you why quitting is always beneficial and how quickly our bodies regenerate even after years of smoking. I smoked the cancer sticks off and on for almost 2 years, and look at me. After quitting, I started noticing health benefits almost immediately. Now I regularly work out and I participate in a very active lifestyle. Now that I've told you about some of the goals of this lesson, we'll tell you about some of the risks of regular tobacco use. There are many health hazards that we need to be aware of when smoking tobacco products. Drugs are bad, okay? It may surprise you, but smoking drastically increases your chances of developing cancer, having a heart attack, or even having a stroke. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention tells us that people who smoke cigarettes are 15 to 30 times more likely to develop cancer than those that don't. Smoking causes a buildup of plaque in the arteries, decreases oxygen in the blood, and makes your heart work harder. It also decreases blood flow to the brain. The CDC reminds us that all that extra stress on the body increases your chance of having a heart attack and a stroke. It's important to remember that smoking hinders an active lifestyle and can affect social life with family and friends. According to a 2021 study published by the Cleveland Clinic, using tobacco wears on the body and decreases the physical ability to perform. Just like smoking can decrease blood flow to the brain, it can decrease blood flow to the penis. To some, this is an unfortunate symptom that might be the worst symptom of all. It can affect relationships with one's partner and even deteriorate one's self-confidence. Now that I've made it through the fun part of my speech, I'm going to tell you about the benefits of quitting. The human body is extremely resilient and begins regeneration almost immediately after quitting. Information provided by the CDC tells us that the benefits to heart health start almost 20 minutes after cessation begins. The first turning point towards health is indicated by improved blood circulation and more oxygen to the body. Further information provided by the CDC indicates quitting smoking can be the most important step that a person can take to reducing the risk of developing cancer. In fact, that same study and that same information shows that smoking increases the risk factor to almost 12 different types of cancer. The CDC goes on to say that for cancer survivors, quitting smoking can improve prognosis and even reduce risks to premature death. Now that I've told you about some of the benefits achieved from quitting, I'm going to tell you about the good strategies you can use to quit and some of the resources you can use to achieve those goals. Quitting is difficult, but it can be done with the right strategy. The health belief model, or HBM, is one of the foundational elements to a successful strategy for quitting smoking. Champion and Skinner defined the key factors to this construct to include perceived susceptibility, seriousness, benefits and barriers to behavior, and cues to action and self-efficiency. Targeting educational material towards this construct increases the likelihood to engage towards a healthy lifestyle. The second element to a successful strategy for quitting lies within the theory of planned behavior, the TPB. Montano and Kaperzik tell us that the TPB is determined by one's attitudes towards behavior, social influences on the perception of that behavior, and the individual's perceived control of that behavior. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services tells us that smoking cessation is the best achieved when behavior and pharmaceutical treatments are combined. Therefore, by pairing the theory of planned behavior and the health belief model with a pharmaceutical treatment plan, I believe that we can best achieve a higher success rate when it comes to quitting. Now that I've told you about how to have a successful strategy to quit smoking, I'm going to wrap this speech up with my conclusion statement. For centuries, we have ignored our health and put our bodies at risk for the small gratification of nicotine and tobacco products. In this speech, I've told you about the negative effects that these products have had on us, and I've told you about the benefits from quitting smoking. I've taught you how to have a successful strategy to quitting and to giving it up. Now that we are better informed about these topics, let's leave tobacco in the past and lose it to history. Thank you. All right. And I'm on frame still. Okay. And everyone's still here. Everyone's here. Okay. Thank you.